On the vast, untamed plains of Africa, as the first rays of morning sunlight spread across the ancient acacia trees, another day of survival quietly begins. Today's stars aren't lions or elephants. They're the tiny red-billed oxpeckers, the African savanna's most dedicated wildlife cleaners. They may be small, but out here, they're some of the busiest workers on the plains. Every morning starts the same way, by serving breakfast on the backs of their enormous clients. Take a look at this hippopotamus. Its massive body lies motionless beside the muddy water, soaking up the warmth of the rising sun. Meanwhile, the oxpeckers have already clocked in for work. Their bright red beaks act like delicate surgical tools, probing every wrinkle and fold of the hippo's thick skin. For the hippo, these little birds are both a blessing and a constant annoyance. Within seconds, they're darting across its back, moving so quickly they almost look like they're dancing. But every move has a purpose. They're searching for blood-filled ticks, biting flies, and every parasite they can find. Think they're working out of kindness? Not at all. For the oxpeckers, this is an all-you-can-eat buffet, and they'll do almost anything to reach their next meal. Sometimes the tastiest parasites are buried deep inside old wounds. Instead of leaving them alone, the birds keep pecking, opening the wound even further just to reach another bite. The hippo flicks its tail in irritation, almost as if it's saying, "I asked you to remove the pests, not renovate my skin." But life for an oxpecker isn't just about feeding. Shift your attention to one of Africa's most formidable animals, the Cape buffalo. Those massive sweeping horns are built for battle. To an oxpecker, however, they're simply another place to work. Two birds patrol the buffalo's broad back, each claiming its own feeding territory. They lower their heads, carefully inspecting every patch of skin. Then, suddenly, both discover the same fat, blood-filled tick. Neither bird is willing to back down. They flare their wings, lock eyes, and spar with their bright red beaks, each determined to claim the prize. Out here, even a single tick is worth fighting over. Yet life on the savanna isn't always about competition. When the breeding season arrives, even these hard-working birds make time for romance. High above the ground, on the impossibly long neck of a giraffe, the oxpeckers turn their daily routine into an elegant aerial performance. They hop effortlessly between the giraffe's golden patches. The pair exchange soft calls, a quiet moment of affection shared between two of the savanna's hardest workers. The giraffe barely seems to notice. Standing calmly like a living skyscraper, it patiently allows its tiny passengers to court one another high above the plains. Moments later, the pair completes one of nature's most important rituals. It may not be the most romantic location, but few places offer a better view. Life on the savanna isn't just about surviving today. It's about preparing for the next generation. With the breeding season underway, the oxpecker pair begins searching for a place to raise their family. Deep inside an old weathered tree, they discover the perfect hollow. To most animals, it's just another hole in the trunk. To them, it's the future nursery for their chicks. The busy couple immediately gets to work. They gather dry grass, small twigs, and even tufts of fur collected from the backs of their giant hosts. Watching them make trip after trip, it's hard not to smile. Whether you're human or a bird, building a home always takes dedication. Inside the hollow, the nest is small and dimly lit. Only a thin beam of sunlight reaches the carefully arranged bedding. Before long, 3 beautifully speckled eggs rest quietly in the center of the nest. Each one represents a new beginning and a new responsibility. The female settles in to incubate the eggs. Hour after hour, she rarely leaves her post, always alert, always protecting. Meanwhile, the male takes over food duty. He flies tirelessly between the woodland and the open plains, searching every elephant's skin fold, every buffalo's ear, for protein-rich insects to bring home. Days slowly pass. Then, a tiny crack appears. The first chick finally breaks through its shell. Its tiny pink body, its tightly closed eyes, and its oversized beak all reveal just how fragile new life can be. It's a delicate moment, yet one filled with incredible strength and hope. The mother gently removes the broken eggshell, carefully tending to her newborn. Soon afterward, the second chick hatches, then the third. Now, the real work begins. Life inside the nest quickly becomes a race against hunger. The chicks huddle tightly together. The moment they hear their parents returning, they stretch their necks as far as they can, throw their bright yellow mouths wide open, and call endlessly for food. Their message couldn't be clearer. Hurry, we're starving. The parents never get a moment to rest. They must gather enough food for 3 rapidly growing chicks while keeping the nest clean and safe. Watch the father closely. He returns with another insect for the hungry chicks. But before he can even catch his breath, he's already carrying waste out of the nest, preparing for the next trip. Isn't this just like those middle-aged dads in real life who work tirelessly to keep their families afloat? Feeding time is a tense and delicate operation. Sometimes the food they bring back is a hooked insect with sharp barbs. The parents patiently tear it into tiny pieces before gently stuffing each bite into the endlessly hungry throats of their chicks. It's in moments like these that nature reveals its most primitive and most profound form of love. The chicks grow at an astonishing pace. In just a few days, their once naked bodies become covered in soft gray feathers. Their eyes grow brighter and more curious as they begin peeking out of the nest, eager to discover the world beyond the tree hollow. To keep these 3 bottomless little mouths fed, the Oxpecker parents have no choice but to expand their client list. Their next stop is a rhinoceros happily rolling around in the mud. With its thick, deeply cracked hide resembling drought-stricken earth, the rhino is a treasure trove of food for oxpeckers. Here, they put on a masterclass in climbing. Whether clinging to a steep spine or a constantly swaying neck, they remain perfectly balanced as if glued in place. Sometimes, these tiny birds even serve as airborne security guards for their massive clients. The instant they spot a lion or leopard lurking in the grass, they explode into the air with sharp, piercing alarm calls. Those cries aren't just warnings for fellow oxpeckers, they're also a wake-up call for the slow-reacting giant below. Hey, big guy, move it! You've got predators incoming! This mutually beneficial partnership is one of the most elegant examples of symbiosis on the African savanna. The oxpeckers gain food and protection, while the giant mammals receive parasite removal and an early warning system against danger. Every interaction between them feels like a perfectly rehearsed performance built on complete trust. As the chicks' wings grow stronger, they begin practicing at the entrance of the nest, cautiously flapping their wings. It's their first dream of the open sky and the opening chapter of an independent life. Then one day, encouraged by their parents, the young birds gather all their courage and leap out of the warm but cramped tree hollow. They wobble onto nearby branches, awkwardly learning how to balance on their own. Bathed in golden sunlight, the 3 young oxpeckers stand side by side. Their beaks haven't yet turned the brilliant red of adulthood, and their flying is still clumsy and uncertain. But they're already preparing to inherit the savanna's oldest profession. Soon, they'll soar among ancient trees, vast herds of zebras, and mighty buffalo, beginning a journey filled with challenges, surprises, and adventures of their own. The story of the African savanna never truly ends. As the setting sun paints the endless grasslands in breathtaking shades of orange and crimson, these tiny professionals finally wrap up another busy day's work and return to the place they call home. There, life continues to grow. There is hard work, there is devotion, and above all, there is endless hope. That is the true magic of nature. No matter how small a creature may be, as long as it gives everything it has, it can still paint the brightest colors across the vast canvas of life. In this never-ending marathon of survival and reproduction, the red-billed oxpecker teaches us a simple but powerful lesson. Life may be difficult, but if you find your place, work hard, and stay dedicated, then even while living alongside giants, you can still carve out a life of freedom and purpose. So here's to the little warriors of the African savanna. May we see them once again at the next sunrise, busily darting across the grasslands, continuing to write another chapter in one of nature's greatest stories.